Criminal Code of Cambodia, 2009, Regime of Sentencing. Title 3. Regime of Sentencing. Chapter 1. General Regime. Article 96. Individual Principles of Penalty. The court pronounces penalties based on seriousness of the penalty and circumstances of the offense, of personality of the accused, of his/her mental state of mind, resources and burdens, motives as well as his/her conduct after committing the offense, in particular towards the victim. Article 97. Pronouncement of principal penalty. In all cases where an offense punished concurrently for a prison term and a fine, the court may pronounce a ruling. 1. Either a prison term and a fine concurrently, 2. A penalty for a prison term only, or 3. A fine only. Article 98. Pronouncement of sentence substitution. The penalty for community service replaces the principal penalties. The court which pronounces the penalty for community service may not pronounce imprisonment nor fine. The penalty of reprimand replaces principal penalty. The court which pronounces the penalty of reprimand may not pronounce imprisonment nor fine. Article 99. Pronouncement of supplementary penalty in addition to principal penalty. When an offense was punished with one or several penalties, they are added to the principal penalties except for the provisions as set forth in Article 100. Article 100. Substitution of principal penalty by supplementary penalty. The court may decide to add one or several supplementary penalties to the principal penalties under the following conditions. 1. When the accused is imposed with a fine as a single principal penalty. 2. When the accused is imposed with a prison term whose maximum is equal to or is less than 3 years. When the court decides to replace the principal penalties by one or several supplementary penalties, such court may not pronounce a prison term nor a fine. Article 101. Exclusive rules for the pronouncement of community service sentence. The penalty for community service may be pronounced provided that the accused is present at the hearing and accepts to perform the service. The court, prior to announcing the judgment, shall notify the accused that he/she has the right of refusal to perform the service. The response of the accused shall be noted in the judgment. Article 102. Duration and timeline of community service. The court which pronounces the penalty for community service shall determine the timeline and duration for which the work shall be performed. This period shall not exceed 1 year. Article 103. Procedures for the execution of penalty for community service. The procedures for the execution of penalty for community service shall be set by the prosecutor. The prosecutor designates the legal entity that receives the benefits from the carrying out of the community service. This punishment shall be executed under the supervision of the prosecutor.